good stuff. June
Fire him
23rd,
up.
2003, Barry Bonds steals second base against the LA Dodgers, becoming the first player in MLB history to have 500 career home runs and 500 steals.
I mean, I don't care.
Everybody cares.
No, I mean, I don't care. Put the guy, I don't know.
Put him in the Hall of Fame, might as well, right? Can you mark him as the steroid era?
I think so.
Can there be a steroid era of the Hall of Fame?
Right. Questionable. Honorary mentions. Can you do that?
No, but can there be a steroid era? Can
Right.
there whatever stat,
Right.
their bust or whatever it is
Right.
in Canton, not Canton,
Right.
Cooperstown? When you read on their plaque or whatever, can there be an asterisk at the bottom? No, player played and was suspected of
Right.
taking steroids.
Right. I would do that.
I would fucking
I'd
whatever.
agree with that.
Whatever.
You would have a hall. You would have a whole hallway of Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Sammy
Clemens.
Sosa, Roger Clemens, fucking
Canseco.
Canseco.
You would have Palmeiro. all those guys.
A bunch of people.
Right.
That'd be great.
Alex Rodriguez.
Right. That'd be fantastic. I wouldn't mind that.
And then you have a separate wing for gamblers, and then you put
Pete Rose just by himself.
Pete Rose in, right? Just by himself, right?
But it has to be one big ass room the size of.
They'd have to build another building the size of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Just for Pete Rose.
To house all of the record breaking shit that Pete
Just
Rose
one
did.
big ass room and the plaque the size of a Xbox that says Pete Rose.
That's in the middle.
That's in the middle.
The whole room's dark as fuck, but it's just one shining spotlight on the plaque. I would do it.
There's your fucking
Dude,
Hall of Fame.
If I had $1 billion,
Pete Rose, I love that.
if I had $1 billion, I would. I guarantee you, if I had $1 billion and I offered the MLB and the Hall of Fame and all those guys like contributions to the sport, donate this and that, only if they, I'll donate 500 million of my $1 billion
Right.
to the MLB if only they put fucking Pete Rose in. I guarantee they would not turn that down.
500 million, that's not a lot to them. You have to do $1 billion.
Okay, if I had $20 billion and I offered the MLB $3 billion
Right.
to build a separate wing for
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose to put him in the Hall of Fame, and plus, not even just to build the wing, and plus do whatever they want with the leftover money,
Right.
invest it in whatever.
Right.
I would do it
Because it's only going to cost them like $100,000.
because there's only no.
Maybe.
His room's got to be as big as Canton, the rest of the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it's going to be at least a $2, $5, $6, $10 million building all day. But they still got $1.8 billion left to spend.
Right.
I mean, come on, man.
And it'll just be one big ass fucking.
Just with the lights shining down on his plaque. That's it. That's it. Well, I mean, what would they turn down? $1.8 billion? That's not even a TV deal for a year. That's like 3 years worth of TV deals.
Right.
We need any billionaires. Elon Musk, if you ever listen to our podcast, you fucking get Pete Rose in that Hall of Fame right now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. No, actually, I want a Pete Rose room dedicated just to his plaque, and then a room with him and Ty Cobb together as the two greatest baseball players to ever live.
Because Pete Rose.
And compare all their stats together
Right.
and
Oh,
all that
my.
like stuff. That would be cool.
I'm telling you right now.
That'd be cool. And then down the street about 6 miles, you can have one for Babe Ruth. And it'll be about a 200 feet by 200 feet room.
The only thing I say about Babe
That's it.
Ruth,
The Babe Ruth shrine.
the guy was a great pitcher. Not even a magnificent pitcher. Because pitchers were doing what he was doing back then way
That's
more.
not true.
It
That's
was.
not
It was true.
His records and his shit that he was doing was like top of the line when
Right.
when he was pitching.
Right.
So that's not true at all.
It is true.
If he would have just did it,
We just looked the other day. He never pitched 30 games. Pitchers back then were pitching 50 to 60 to 70 games.
he did in his early years. Yes, we looked.
Yeah, he pitched for like 3 years, but most of them were doing it for fucking 10, 15 years.
Right, but he could have stayed doing
Right,
that,
right,
but he chose to go as a hitter.
right,
So Babe Ruth would have been a Hall of Famer as a pitcher or a hitter if he chose so.
right.
Who else could say that? What other player out there was
That's true.
doing what Babe Ruth
And that's
did?
why people try to...
What other player in MLB history had 3 to 4 years dominant in pitching
Right.
and 10 years dominant in batting?
More than 10
Not
years.
one.
More than 10 years.
Not
right?
one.
Like 15.
Right. There's not one out there that has even had one dominant in both.
Yeah.
What, this Ohtani guy right now? He's had a pretty good year this year, but definitely not even on the level of what Babe Ruth
he's
did.
never
pitching.
going to be on a level. But no, but Ty Cobb had 20 years of greatness. Never won a championship though, so that's
Never won a championship and never hit home runs.
It wasn't a home run league.
Yeah, I doubt it.
It wasn't.
He played in the early years. He was playing when Babe was playing.
Yeah, later.
He was playing when Babe was playing. He played for like 15 years with Babe.
I don't think he played 15. When did Babe start?
Babe started in like 15.
He played like maybe 7 years with Babe.
I don't know. Fucking Cobb retired in what, 28?
Maybe, but he started in like 98.
No, he started in like 06 or something.
I don't know, 06. He was on the Tigers fucking team in like 03.
03? I don't think so.
I mean, this guy's stats is just ridiculous.
Ty Cobb started
He was born
in
in
1928.
He was born in 86.
Just kidding. He 22 seasons. Ty Cobb's an attorney?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, there's an attorney that's famous called Ty Cobb, huh?
Uh-huh.
Born in 1950. He started in 1905.
1905.
1905 to 1928.
In Detroit, though. He was probably playing way before then.
Well, of course it was. But in the majors, 1905 to 1928, Babe was definitely in his prime during those years.
And they didn't even fucking record stats from 1912 back.
Career stats, 1905.
Or what was those years that there were no
His
stats?
last year, he batted .323 with Philadelphia, and he played 95 games.
323. At how old?
But his last full year, I guess 134 games in 1927 with Philadelphia, he batted
Right.
.357.
I mean, come on. How many home runs? 7?
Yeah, not very many at all.
He wasn't
Home
a home run hitter.
runs.
No, he got 5.
Home runs, he had 5. He's never had over 12 in his
He
career.
wasn't a home run hitter.
Never had over. He only had 117 in his career at all.
How many hits he has? He has 4,191. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he has 4,100. Pete Rose has 4,200. So he's
Right.
just below Pete Rose in hits.
You don't.
At bats, he's probably just behind Pete Rose.
And that's
What total bases? Where's total bases? Total bases is 5,800. I think Pete Rose has him on that too. Pete Rose has him on all like those big stats like that.
All right.
RBIs, 1,938. There's a lot of people that have more than
Way
that.
more. But look at he was getting 119 RBIs in 1908.
But only look at strikeouts though. Only
None.
3. They just started counting them in 1913. He had
Right.
been in the league for 7 years
And he
already.
was
But
probably
even in
averaging-
those,
he was probably still averaging around 30,
even in those
30
what
strikeouts.
18 years, he still only got 357 strikeouts,
Right.
which is damn good. 22. Never had more than 50 strikeouts in a year.
He almost has 1,000 stolen bases, which is fucking great.
It is great. On base percentage for his career is .433. Slugging is .513. So slugging plus on base is .946 for his career, dude.
On.
That's fucking magnificent.
Man.
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 I mean,
Ridiculous.
I don't even want to look up Pete Rose because I already know the answer to that. We've looked it up 100 times. Pete Rose got some on all those, but barely. It's Pete Rose 1, Ty Cobb 2, and all those stats that we just mentioned.
Right.
Either way, we should build Pete Rose a whole wing,
Right.
a whole wing of the fucking Canton just for him.
Mhm.
That's my piece. I've
Right.
said it.
Right.